With the COVID crisis, we often heard about the occupancy rate of intensive care units, but also about the capacity limits for restaurants and performance venues. These concepts are linked to a central idea: production capacity. It refers to the maximum quantity that can be produced by the economic entity. It is related to the means, resources, and assets that the entity uses to produce. To manage capacity, it is first necessary to measure it. And this measurement can be carried out either using measurement units related to resources consumed. For example, a hair salon has a capacity of 35 labor hours per day, an intensive care unit has 15 beds, or using measurement units related to the production achieved. For example, a workshop has a capacity of 1,500 products per day. The choice of measurement unit will depend on the practices of the sector. In certain activities, due to the diversity of production, equivalence units are used. This is the case, for example, in air transport, where indicators are used that combine the number of kilometers traveled and the number of seats available on the planes. Once the capacity has been measured, it is then possible to calculate its utilization rate. This indicator can have different names: load rate, service rate, fill rate, occupancy rate. It is calculated by comparing the capacity used to the available capacity. Another indicator is used, especially in services: the capacity yield rate. It compares the revenue generated during a given period to the corresponding available capacity. In the hotel industry, this indicator is called RevPAR, revenue per available room. When capacity is measured by a unit related to resources consumed, this unit represents more than just itself. It represents all the means necessary for its existence. For example, in an intensive care unit, the measurement unit bed is not limited to the piece of furniture where a patient will lie down. It represents all the resources necessary to put that bed into service: the resuscitation equipment, the staff, even the supplies. When a resource is insufficient in quantity to produce enough to meet demand, it constitutes a bottleneck. This scarce resource will determine the actual capacity of the economic entity. For example, an intensive care unit may see its number of beds reduced due to a shortage of intensive care doctors. Sometimes demand is insufficient compared to capacity. In this case, the company is over capacity. This is also problematic, especially if its capacity is inflexible and its fixed costs are high, and if fixed costs are predominant and activity fluctuations are significant. This highlights the importance of managing capacity, either by acting directly on it, by reducing, increasing, making it more flexible, or outsourcing it, or by acting on demand.